like to know of who's drinking tea with me because it's always fun sharing a cuppa with you. And I'm excited to see what's in the leaves today. Definitely excited about that. It's always a wonderful way to hear what Spirit has to say to us, and I do like that, and I think it's quite special. Just we have oracle cards and we have tarot and we have all sorts of other different things, but having a tea and getting a beautiful message from the tea is always fabulous, and it's something that I love doing for myself. And it is, I'll just turn that on while I remember so you can see the leaves better when it comes to it. And just different, a lovely self-care, relaxing time too. Yeah. Oh, a black iced tea. I like that. And perfect with Splenda. Yes. Yeah. And that's good if you are a sugar person to have something like that, because I've never had sugar in my tea or my coffee. I used to drink black coffee too many, many moons ago. Never had sugar in it. So, yeah. Hello, Daphne. Lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. All right, let's get started I always like to, hi, Robin. Lovely to see you too. Oops, this camera. I always forget in this tea live that because the camera, I need the camera to turn down so you can see the leaves. I have a different camera, and I'm so used to it being right there that I forget to look here and I forget to show you things there. Hi, Sharon. Lovely to see you. So yes, I thought we'd do the good old Green Witch Oracle today and see what a beautiful herb she has for us. I sound a bit croaky, don't I? Maybe just need some water. Maybe just need some water. I've got my water here. But hey, a cup of tea is just as good as well. Cup of tea is just as good. Nice and warming. We're coming near the end of winter. Looking forward to spring. I love spring and autumn. Spring and autumn are my favourite seasons. There's nothing wrong with summer, but and actually there's been nothing wrong with our winter this year either, but I do like spring and autumn. I feel like they are the better seasons. Oh, there we go. Oh, what's this one? It is, oh, I like that. Excuse me. It is longevity. How fabulous is that? And it's the chrysanthemum. Maybe I do need some water. I will get it in a second. Chrysanthemum. Let's shift that a wee bit like that so you can see that. Isn't that beautiful? Longevity. I love that. And I think longevity is like a beautiful medicine, actually, and it's the medicine coming through the chrysanthemum, and because the chrysanthemum is a flower that carries an ancient association with long life and endurance and vitality and the wisdom that comes through the passing of the seasons. That all comes in with the chrysanthemum. And a long life is not measured in years, although most of the world like to think it is, but it's measured in moments. Moments where we're truly present enough to actually live, when we can spend so much time looking towards what comes next that we forget to inhabit what is already here with us and be grateful and show and acknowledge that as well. We often are concentrating on the next goal, the next milestone, the next season, the next version of ourselves. But that beautiful flower, chrysanthemum, just wants you to slow down and recognize that extraordinary gift contained with an ordinary day. That is beautiful. You know, often I know I do it myself. I think, oh, this has been a pretty ordinary day. But then when you stop and think about it, there has been something absolutely amazing in that ordinary day. Um, and it could be something as simple as our cup of tea, the warmth of the cup of tea in your hands, the maybe someone laughing. You know, puts a smile on your face. A familiar voice, uh, sunlight through the window. Oh, just love that. On the other side of my house, the sun is pouring in there, and it's just beautiful. Um, Springtime coming, you know, for us, flowers are starting to open in the garden. I've got a beautiful cherry tree out there, and it's already in beautiful flower. It's usually lost its flowers by the time the spring comes and it starts concentrating on the leaves. But at this moment, it's still beautiful. It is still beautiful. Um, and then maybe just the simple miracle of waking up to another morning. How beautiful is that? And that's longevity. And longevity doesn't it doesn't only ask us how long we'll live, it asks us how we can live more deeply where you are right now. And it's yeah, and stop. So much of the world counts longevity in years. You know, we think, oh, they died young, or oh, they had a good life. You know, it's not counted in years. It's counted in what you're what you're giving and receiving at this beautiful moment. And the next day is the next day. A chrysanthemum is actually normally associated with autumn, and many flowers have already finished blooming, you know, when you go into winter, and they've long gone because we're near the end of winter here. Hi, Andrea, lovely to see you. And when it is finished blooming, though, that's where when it comes into its own, it's just beautiful. And it carries a beautiful message for us too. You know, there's not a single season in which we are meant to bloom. We don't become less valuable because we are changing. We don't become less beautiful because another season has arrived. We don't miss our opportunity simply because our journey looks different from someone else's. Some of the greatest blossoming can happen later than we expect, often does. Some dreams need decades. Some wisdom only comes through experience. Some parts of ourselves are revealed only after we've lived enough life to finally recognize them. And chrysanthemum says, don't worry about your seasons. You know, each one contains its own beauty. It's fabulous. I think this card has a deeper medicine as well, and it's about sustainability. So what can we continue to nourish over time, not just intensely for a week, not perfectly for a month, but lovingly for years and years and years. And those practices that transform us are often just wonderfully ordinary as well. You know, a few moments of movement. Again, the tea, a daily cup of tea with a beautiful meditation. Perfect. A friendship tended. You know, maybe we've neglected someone for a little bit longer, a little bit longer than we would have, and work on being growing that friendship again. Maybe a creative passion has returned to you. And maybe it's been doing it again and again and again, and only now you're starting to notice it. Definitely time spent in nature. That is never ordinary, but it is just one of those things. And especially if we live in a wooded area or something like that, we can often take nature for granted. And so, a beautiful, beautiful time spent in nature adds to longevity. A spiritual practice or a ritual that you have can become part of the rhythm of life as well. So it's those small things that can be really powerful when they're repeated with love, are beautiful. So maybe with this card you could ask yourself, what do you want to last? Those things that you've nurtured and have seen come to fruition, and do some of them need to be hanging around, and do they need to last? Maybe there's a relationship that needs tending. Do you have a dream that needs a little bit more patience? And maybe there's a part of you that deserves some better care, some greater care. And I love to always ask myself, what wisdom would I like to carry into the years ahead as well? But equally importantly, I think, is also asking yourself, what is exhausting you that you're trying to maintain, that's maybe never meant to be, or never meant to last either. Because longevity isn't about holding on to everything. Nature doesn't. The leaves fall, the flowers fade, the seasons end, and longevity comes partly from understanding what needs preserving and what needs releasing. And so this beautiful chrysanthemum survives seasons after seasons, not by refusing change, but by belonging completely to the cycle. They are a beautiful, beautiful plant, absolutely beautiful plant. Chrysanthemums. So we see what the book has to say. It'll give you a bit more technicalness, if that's a word. Oh, it must be near the end, just about the last card. So, longevity. A phase in which trust, completion, a sense of belonging and peace has been reached is signified by the appearance of chrysanthemum. There you go. Deeper intimacy in relationships is highlighted, and you may want to explore this area of your life as a long-term commitment needs attention. A cycle of learning is coming to an end, or you now have all the facts you require. Creative blocks, melancholy, and weak boundaries are challenges. So you plant this from late autumn until late spring in tropical zones, all through spring in cold areas, and in temperate environments, you can plant it from late spring to early summer. The flower must have very well drained soil that is friable and well fertilized. Good airflow and a sunny, warm, sheltered spot are also important. Flowering will occur in about 18 weeks, and vase life is up to 10 to 20 days. They're beautiful flowers if you like flowers inside. Love that. It has a beautiful longevity spell, and brew this delicious tea to add longevity to yourself and to your plants. So 1 tablespoon of dried chrysanthemum petals, and then add a teaspoon to your cup, and then pour over boiling water. Place the teapot in an area that catches the sunlight and let it steep for 10 minutes. Serve and sweeten with honey if you want to. adds to your longevity. And often with my tea, if I mean, I don't always have tea leaves in my tea, but often I will just go and give the last little sip out into the garden and put it back into the earth. And I've learnt over time that that that's beautiful. The earth really appreciates that, really, really does. I love that, Soul. I love that. I love that. Yes, I love plants too, and I really miss getting out in my garden. And my husband is a lawnmower, and he likes to chop heavily. I don't like that. I have to supervise. So I can't wait till my legs will let me get out there and garden again. Oh, nice, Robin. Love it, Robin. Oh, I'm not sure. That is interesting. That is interesting. I will find out for you because that's an interesting I don't think I've ever heard of that longevitia. I need some water. I'm croaky. I don't know why I'm croaky. It's not early morning. It's still morning, but not early morning. Oh, that's a bit better. Longevity. I'm sure I have heard of it, but here I'm just finding out about it. So most black teas, well, most teas actually, like your black teas, your green teas, and all that sort of thing, come from the camellia tree, but they just cut from different and different used different from different parts of the plant and at different times of the plant's growing. So oolong tea does contain caffeine, and what am I seeing here? The longevity. Oh, it's the herbal wellness blend. That's what I've heard of it. Yes. So it longevity. Yes, I'm sure I've had that. It's not one particular tea. Its ingredients have different herbs in them that are associated with vitality and healthy aging. So there you get your longevity from that. And that it could have the chrysanthemum in it. Could also have goji berries, ginger, hibiscus, and definitely in rooibos. You will find in that longevity tea. Often it's based. It'll have other things, but based with the rooibos. It could be caffeine free, but that depends on the leaves that they've used in it. So yeah, so it just depends what ingredients are in it, but yes, it will contain rooibos, and then and possibly chrysanthemum and all the other things that I mentioned. Yeah. Yes, it is very much so popular there, Suleiman. Yeah. Yes, tea with special herbs, special health giving herbs, which are longevity. Yes. Yeah, I do remember having that many years ago, actually. I had a box of it. Yes. Yeah. Ah, wonderful, Chelsea. Hi, Chelsea. Excellent. Do you know the name of the tea? I always love looking at the names of the teas. And if I can find them, sometimes I can replicate them too, with my own herbs, which I really love doing. I really love doing. Yeah. Yes, licorice tea is, I put licorice in quite a lot of my teas because it is beautiful your body loves it. Your body absolutely loves it. Your digestion loves it. It really is fabulous. But yes, it does add sweetness to your tea. Absolutely. Oh, luscious licorice. Um, say that several times fast. Luscious licorice. That's really quite hard. I love it. All right, my lovely. Shall we turn to the tea? So I do have in my tea, I have a blend of oolong and black tea. So I've got more oolong because that has more freshness to it and not the heaviness of the black tea. And so more oolong just balances out the black tea, which is quite nice. I like the way so I do it 2 to 1, and I like the way it tastes quite nicely. So let's turn the camera down. So we can, where's the tea gone? There's the tea. There be the tea. Yes, it is. It is Suleiman. Less caffeine in it. Yeah, a lot of the black teas, most of the black teas will have caffeine in them, and that's why I like putting the oolong in this one so that I don't have as much caffeine going into my body. Because my body doesn't like caffeine, so a lot of my teas I do don't have ingredients that have caffeine in them. It can tolerate a little bit, but not a lot. So, so was I, Suleiman. Yeah, many years ago, I would only drink black tea. And the interesting thing was when I had something happen to me, I can't remember what it was now, something, and I was in hospital for a while. And then when I came out, my body could not tolerate coffee at all. It was actually, I know what it was. It was actually the first time I had blood clots in my lungs many, many, many years ago. And then when I could finally go out again, because I had to sit around and laze around for ages, when my daughter said, come on, I'll take you out for a morning tea. So we did, and I decided not to go for the black, so I went for like a mocha instead, so that I didn't have too much caffeine. But oh my goodness, I suffered badly after that. And then I wondered whether it was just because I was tired and had been through what I'd been through. So I tried it again, and no, my body said no. Yes, acid reflux. Yes, it can do that. Absolutely. For my husband, it made him go to the toilet. Interesting, Andrea. Yeah, yeah. Oh, black tea when you're going to bed. That's maybe not so good. Do you sleep okay when you do that, Robin? Yeah. Yeah, I didn't become a tea drinker. I didn't become a tea drinker for um oh, not until my mum always loved a cup of tea. Um but yeah, but my dad was a coffee drinker, and I liked the smell of coffee, and I think that's what drew me to coffee more than tea. Yes, definitely. Green tea is much better for your body on a whole, and your most bodies can tolerate green teas much better too. Yeah. All right, let's pour this tea in here. This water in the tea leaves actually. We're not going to pour the tea in because I want you to see the tea leaves dancing. I love the tea leaves dancing. There's some bubbles at the top over there, so that means that the angels are close by. We have quite a lot of leaves floating, so that means there are visitors coming to visit us, whether that be through the unseen or the seen. It can go both ways, and you can have both of them too, either or all of them. So it is wonderful. Hey, Rich. I love it how you always ask your name to be said. Hello, Rich. There, we give it a stir once clockwise, and now we just let it brew. We just let it brew. So let it steep. Most black teas need at least 5 to 7 minutes to brew. And so while we do that, we will do a beautiful little meditation and a little sipping ritual once it's done its steeping. So as our tea is starting to do its beautiful magic and it's steeping, if you have a cup, bring your hands around the cup. Take that off. Just feel the warmth. Might be too hot, but you can still feel it and just tap it. You can feel that beautiful warmth coming onto your hands. And you can smell the leaves because they start releasing their fragrance into the water. And while these leaves are doing their thing, just maybe slowly, if you can, allow your eyes to close. Only if you can and if it feels comfortable. And imagine that you're standing at the beginning of a beautiful narrow path. And you can't remember how you came here. You just simply know that this path is waiting for you. Tall bamboo rises on either side, and its slender green stems disappear way up above you. Ferns unfurl beside moss-covered stones. Somewhere in the distance, you can hear the unmistakable sound of running water. And you begin to walk. And the path winds through the bamboo. There's no hurry here. No destination you must reach by a certain time, just one step, then another. And sunlight slips through the leaves above you, creating little pools of gold upon the ground. And as you walk, just imagine leaving something behind with every step. Something you don't need to carry anymore. Maybe it's a worry that's followed you through the morning or the afternoon. A conversation that's still circling in your thoughts. Maybe it's something you've been trying to work out. Maybe it's something you've been carrying that perhaps just does not need to come any further. The bamboo doesn't ask you to explain it. The path doesn't ask you to justify them. Just simply carries you onward. And soon the sound of the water becomes louder. and you round a bend and discover a mountain stream tumbling over smooth grey stones. The water is so clear that you can see every pebble beneath its surface. And beside the stream stands a tiny wooden tea house. Its roof is weathered with age. Moss grows along its edges. And a small wind bell hangs beneath the eaves. And as you approach, the breeze moves through it, and one clear note rings out. And something inside you becomes still. And you step inside. There's no one here yet. Somehow you have the feeling that you were expected. A cushion waits beside an open window overlooking the stream. You sit. And for a while you just listen. You listen to the water over the stone, the bamboo moving in the breeze, the occasional song of a bird hidden somewhere among the trees. And then you notice something beside you, a small wooden bowl containing 6 small, smooth river stones. Without knowing why, you pick one up and it fits perfectly into your hand. It's cool, it's solid, it's ancient. Now imagine placing into that stone one thing you are ready to stop carrying, just for a little while. You don't have to release it forever. You're just simply putting it down. And for now, place the stone back into the bowl and breathe. And outside, the stream continues moving. It doesn't hold the water that has already passed. It receives what comes and then lets it continue. Maybe today you can do the same. Receive the moment, experience it, and then allow it to move. Somewhere beyond this little mountain tea house, your real tea has been transforming too. The leaves have opened. The colour has entered the water. The fragrance has risen. Your tea is ready. So allow the mountain tea house to just soften around you. Hear the stream one last time. Feel that beautiful, cool stone in your palm. Hear the tiny, tiny bell beneath the eaves. And slowly return to the cup that's either waiting in your hands or is sitting here before me. Breathe in its fragrance. Feel its warmth. Now bring your cup towards you and take your first slow sip. Don't hurry to swallow. Just notice the flavour, the temperature, the tiny sensations across your tongue. The first sip is the threshold. A crossing from everything that came before this moment into the space you have created now. Now take your second sip and remember the smooth river stone resting in your palm. Imagine placing it into something you have been carrying, perhaps a worry, an expectation, a responsibility, maybe a thought you have replayed too many times. You do not have to solve it now. Just let the stone hold it for you and feel what happens when you no longer grip quite so tightly. Now take your third sip and imagine the mountain stream again. Water never argues with the stone in its path, just moves around it, over it, beside it. And sometimes the way forward is not to push harder, it's to become more fluid. Perhaps something in your life does not need more force. It needs a bit of fluidity or space. Maybe it needs space. Now take your next sip. You walked along a path today without knowing exactly where it would lead, and still you found the tea house. And there may be places in your own life where you cannot yet see beyond the next bend. You don't need the whole map. Now, with this next sip, notice how different it feels when you consciously receive your tea rather than simply drinking it. Receive the warmth. Receive the flavour. Receive the plants and all that has gone into bringing them to your cup. And perhaps allow yourself to receive something else too. Support, kindness, rest, inspiration, maybe a little unexpected magic. Now we come to the last sip. This is the sip that carries us towards the leaves themselves. Before you drink, hold your cup between both hands and imagine once more the 6 stones in the wooden bowl. We have travelled through 5 of them. 1 remains. Imagine lifting that final stone. Unlike the others, this one is warm. Turn it over in your palm and discover a tiny spiral carved into its surface. A symbol of journeys, cycles, things returning in new forms, and questions whose answers sometimes reveal themselves slowly. And bring your tea towards your lips. And before you take the final sip, just silently ask, what is it that you're ready to reveal today? Then drink slowly, without trying to answer the questions yourself. Just allow it to remain open. Now the drinking is finished, but the tea it hasn't finished speaking. Soon we're going to look at what remains, the leaves, the shapes, the pathways, the tiny symbols that rest against the sides of the cup. And perhaps we'll see something immediately. Perhaps a story will emerge slowly, just like the mountain path revealed itself one bend at a time. So take one final breath. Feel that cup between your hands. And just imagine that little mountain stream still flowing somewhere beyond the path. Moving, receiving, releasing. Trusting its way forward. And when you're ready, let us turn towards the leaves and see what they have to whisper to us today. Wonderful. All right, now what we do with the cup is we give it a wee swirl and then we turn it around 3 times, anti-clockwise. And last one, 3. And then we put the saucer over the top. And then we flip it. And then we just leave it there for about 30 seconds while I laugh at what Soul said. Was that because I said it was a tiny tea house? You didn't think you were going to go inside the tea house? Hi, Jerry. Wonderful. Excuse me. The waterfall and stream with the rocks on the bottom. I love that. I can just picture that now, and what fun that would be. Just feeling that water over you. Go and stand under the waterfall. Beautiful. That's awesome. All right, we can turn our cup now. And that is our clump of leaves today. They's gone very clumpy today, but I'm sure there is something there. I think I need to turn it this way a wee bit, actually. What can we see in there? I love how last week they were all spread out everywhere. Maybe this is like a clump of rocks in the stream bed that we saw through the water. Is this one going to be a challenging one, is it? All right, well, I'll give you what I can see first, and then let's see what you can find after. I can see a lizard standing on a tree, and he's about to stick his tongue out for that bee that's going past. You're all very quiet today. Nothing? Can see nothing today. We are all very, very quiet. Hi, Stacey. A large upside down ladybug under my lizard. I like that. Where's Howard when you need him? Yeah, I sent him a message earlier too. And he hasn't responded to that. Yes, it very well could be, Suleiman. Very well could be. A salamander running. Running and jumping at his prey. Okay, let's add that. Do we need to turn it again? Let's see. Let's bring the cup way up, see if that helps with what's on the bottom. Let's get it to the light a bit better. That's better. Focus, focus. Oh, I can see a ballerina. A ballerina dancing. Yeah, there we go. Can we see anything else in close up? I can see a man in a boat. It's always hard when there's a big clump, isn't there? Oops. My hand's shaking. It keeps wanting to refocus. Clouds forming. I love that. Yes, go and put that on. I love that. Eye of the Tiger and the Zenta. Great song, hey? Classic song. And I could see a dragon's wing in there. I like that, Stacey. An ant pile. What do we call an ant pile? It's not just a nest. Anyway, ant pile will do. Ant Hill. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. You're onto it, Stacey. You're onto it. Oh, really? Really, Soul? Oh, it's not that I dislike spiders, but the bigger they are, the less I like them. Little ones are cute, but big ones are not so cute. Did he have a name or she have a name? All right then, my lovelies, since we are struggling with this set of leaves, let's see what we got. I love that. Yes, please don't mind me. Oh, I don't know how you could let it crawl on you. Godiva, I like that. I like that. Oops. Undo that. Bring you up to this. All right, not the same amazing set, but still, nonetheless, it will be a beautiful, beautiful message. I am positively sure. Hello, Angela. Lovely to see you. Welcome, welcome. So let's see what we got from that. We got 10. We got 10 symbols. 10 symbols. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Excuse me. So the first one was the lizard sitting on the branch with nearly its tongue out to catch the bee that was going past that I saw. Lizards our patience, our alertness, instinct, and knowing when the perfect moment has arrived. The lizard, he's not rushing. He was just sort of settling in there, wasn't he? Just getting ready to catch the bee, as I saw there. He was being completely present, I felt, just watching carefully and just trusting that its natural ability would respond at the right time. And being on the branch, oh, water. I feel like I've got a frog in my throat. The branch is, it's like a stable position from where he can observe, and then approaching that opportunity is, for us, it really suggests that something we've been waiting for may soon come within reach as well. So the message, I think, from the symbol is to remain aware without becoming anxious. We don't need to chase everything that passes through our life, as much as so many things grab our attention and want to become part of our lives. We don't have to do that. Some opportunities, they might come real close and close enough for you to recognize exactly when it's time to act. Exactly. Oh, Angela, I love that. See, I could deal with that much more than the tarantula. So Sol can keep the tarantula, and we'll go with the bearded dragon. I like the sound of that. I like the sound of that. Hey, CG, lovely to see you. CG is a beautiful teacher, so do check her out and listen to her tracks and go to her lives. It's, yeah, bearded dragon. Peta would like that too. She would like that. Then we had the large ladybug, and ladybugs are associated with good fortune, blessings, protection, and small sort of welcome surprises. But because she was underneath the dragon, it just changes it a little bit because she's down under, like me, down under. I think it's suggesting that she's looking at something from a different perspective, and what initially is convenient. What initially seems inconvenient, confusing, or out of place can contain an unexpected gift. And that symbol, I like that, the ladybug under the lizard. I feel like that's sort of telling us that, don't judge situations too quickly. Sometimes a beautiful blessing will arrive disguised as a delay, or maybe a change of plans, or maybe something entirely different path from the one you expected. So it's also a reminder here that that joy can turn a different or a difficult perspective right around. So look again. Something may not be as exactly as it first appeared. So have a look again. Then we had the salamander running and jumping towards its prey, a combination symbol from Sol and Suleiman. The salamander is all about adaptability. Transformation comes in with the salamander, determination, and very quick responses. So it's sort of movement toward its prey, adds that energy of purposeful action. So there are definitely moments for waiting, but there are also moments when hesitation can make a opportunity pass by as well. So it's a real balancing act, isn't it? I think this particular symbol just encourages us to trust our readiness. You may know more than you realize, and be far more prepared than you think as well. And when the right opening appears, move with confidence. And the salamander also reminds us that transformation too is not always slow and gentle. And often it is. But when we see this symbol, it's telling us that it's not. And sometimes one beautiful, brave leap changes the entire direction of your journey. So don't be scared of that. Be courageous and take that beautiful leap. Excuse me. Then we had the ballerina up on her toes. And ballerinas, when you see ballerinas, you see grace and discipline and beauty, balance, and absolutely the ability to make something difficult appear effortless. They just glide along, and it's just like, oh, so beautiful. But standing on her toes as well represents being at a delicate point where concentration, you've got to concentrate hard when you're doing that, concentration and trust are both required. And this beautiful symbol suggests that maybe one of us, some of us, all of us, may be learning how to balance several aspects of life all at once. And that it also encourages us, though, being a ballerina, to that elegance rather than struggle is a beautiful way to approach that. You don't need to force anything into place. With practice, with patience and perseverance, you can find your own rhythm. And this message is, I feel like it's also maybe someone here has been going through something, and I feel it's also honoring how much strength exists beneath what others perceive as, softness, and but it's beautiful, courageous strength. It really is. Exactly. And it's again those things that are going on underneath that you need to look at too. Beautiful perspective, Angela. Beautiful perspective. Then I had the man in the boat. Usually that's associated with traveling, whether the boat's moving or not. It's associated with traveling. And boats in themselves, they represent emotional journeys, also personal choices, and moving steadily through changing waters. And the boat provides a vessel of safety, while the water surrounding reflects feelings, intuition, and life's sort of unpredictable currents. And I think this symbol is that each of us has some influence over the direction that we travel. Even when we can't control every condition around us, just keep rowing, but don't exhaust yourself trying to go against the tide or trying to control the tide. There is definitely wisdom in effort, but there's also wisdom in allowing life to carry you when the current is moving in your favor. Absolutely. Then we have this beautiful one, clouds forming. I like that, Angela. Adjust your sail. Yes. Clouds forming. Clouds are beautiful. I love clouds. I love looking at clouds. I love seeing what's in the clouds. I like seeing what's in the leaves, and the clouds. Probably read the clouds too, because I see all sorts of things in clouds. Excuse me. Clouds, they're our thoughts. They're definitely our thoughts, but they also represent changing circumstances, mystery, and maybe the temporary nature of uncertainty as well. And that's because they are forming rather than disappearing. Something may still be developing, but it's not yet ready to reveal its complete shape. And I feel like the message here is not to make, permanent conclusions based on temporary conditions. So what seems unclear today may become beautifully obvious tomorrow. And the clouds, The clouds encourage patience with unanswered questions. And, sometimes you are seeking an answer and it's never, you even feel like it's never been heard. But have patience with that. Have patience with that. And just remember, when the sky becomes overcast, the light hasn't disappeared. It's simply waiting, and it's waiting beyond what we can presently see. And sometimes we get clouds in our lives, and sometimes we get raging storms in our lives. But there's something beautiful happening underneath as well. That sun is going to come out and shine. Excuse me. Then we had, I like the eye of the tiger in the center. Actually, you joked about getting the song out as well. It is a very, very powerful symbol sitting at the center. So it represents courage and focus and determination and instinct and awakened personal power. There's a lot going on in that symbol. And because it was sitting in the center of the cup, I feel like its message lies at the heart of today's reading. And maybe something with one of you, all of you. Maybe someone or all of us have been asked to wake up and just recognize your own strength. And that's not about aggression or proving anything to anyone. It's just about seeing clearly and trusting yourself and refusing to be distracted from what truly matters. That takes strength. And I think this beautiful tiger's eye encourages unwavering focus as well, and just reminds us that we are capable of facing what lies ahead of us too. We really are. Then the dragon's wing. The dragon's wing, it's spiritual freedom, it's protection, it's imagination, and it's also about rising above limitations as well. And a wing is, it's suggesting that something powerful is preparing to lift into a new perspective. So you may not see the whole creature or the complete journey. The wing was enough. And that beautiful presence of the wing indicates movement beyond old boundaries. So I think this symbol is encouraging us to believe that our current circumstances are not the limits of our story. There is much more available to you than what you can presently see. And just allow your vision to expand and give yourself permission to imagine a much larger future. There's no reason you can't do that. Absolutely. I do it all the time. Then the anthill. The anthill is about community. It's about teamwork. It's about preparation and perseverance and the extraordinary results created through small, consistent efforts. It's nothing meaningful needs to happen all at once. Every single contribution matters. Every small act of kindness, a shared idea toward a dream may seem insignificant, but together, all those little efforts, they can create something strong and lasting. They really can. And the anthill encourages preparation for the future without becoming anxious about it. Build steadily, cooperate generously, and just trust that the foundations you create today will support tomorrow's growth. Definitely. And I think there's a very strong sort of thread running between every part of this cup that I feel like, yes, sail on. I like that. That the messages is, oh, I can't get rid of that frog in my throat. And the message is one of knowing when to wait, when to act, and when to trust your own strength. So I feel like there are some energies that are gathering, some opportunities are approaching, and some answers are still forming. So the key is not to force the timing. Your instincts are becoming sharper, your focus clearer, and your ability to recognize the right moment stronger, much stronger. Exactly. There is so much more going on underneath an anthill, definitely. You don't see all those little worker ants busily going on underneath. Excuse me. I feel the message as a whole from all of these symbols is, I think there's a powerful season of awakening, gathering around us. And we may not see the entire path, and perhaps that is the way it should be. And there are moments in life when every detail would only distract you from the sacred work of standing fully present where you are. There is definitely a message coming through today on timing as well. Not everything is meant to be chased. Not everything is meant to be waited for. Wisdom lies in learning the difference there. There are opportunities that require patience. They ask you to watch, listen, gather your strength, and just trust the right moment will eventually reveal itself. There's also opportunities that require courage as well, and the kind that asks you to move sometimes before fear of that movement has completely disappeared. A bug's life. Yep, definitely. I think we're learning to recognize growing clarity as well here. Old certainty is definitely beginning to shift. Maybe you still got questions though, but underneath those questions, something beautifully and much stronger is emerging. A deeper trust in your ability to handle whatever comes next. And don't mistake uncertainty for weakness. Sometimes uncertainty just simply means that life is still forming. It really is. So allow those things that are incomplete to remain incomplete just for a little while. You don't have to solve every little mystery today. You don't have to force every answer to arrive. And there is beautiful intelligence too in the unfolding of things rather than forcing it. Their natural unfolding. And some of the most beautiful chapters begin while we are still unable to see the whole story. Yeah. Yes, intuition and uncertainty go hand in hand. Absolutely. I think at the heart of these leaves today is definitely a call to focus. Focus. Your energy is precious, and where are you placing it? What deserves your attention? What continues to pull you away from those things that really matter. And I think this is a time to gather yourself back. Release those unnecessary distractions. Stop scattering your energy across worries that haven't happened yet. Return to the present, to the here and now. Just return to that next step, and return to what your heart knows is important. And I think there is a beautiful reminder that grace and strength belong together too. You don't have to become hard in order to be powerful. You don't have to struggle loudly in order to prove your courage. Some of the strongest souls in this world, they move with gentleness and patience and just certainty as well. And know that you're not walking alone either. Every person here, we're contributing something unique. One of us might bring encouragement, another might bring wisdom, another will bring laughter, like Soul jumping into the stream. Another brings courage, and put them all together, and we're creating something amazingly strong, and much stronger than any one person can build alone. It takes community. I think what I would say in closing is that trust your instincts, honor your timing, and keep your focus clear. When is it time to be still? And don't have to feel guilty about being still and quiet and calm. When is it time to move? And don't apologize about that. When the path is unclear, trust that clarity is forming. And when you do finally see the opening before you, just remember that you have been preparing for it far longer than you realize. Your strength is awakening and your vision is sharpening. And I think the next chapter is already beginning to take shape. And I can't wait to get into that chapter. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful leaves. Exactly, and that's beautiful in itself. Just to listen to your body and to acknowledge that it does talk to you. It does tell you what it needs, and it needed rest. Suleiman said it needed rest. So and he honored that and rested, and that is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. All right, my lovelies. Did anyone else have leaves in their tea today? Or just enjoying a cuppa while we were chatting with ours? Yes, and that's the thing. You and we all do it. We all do it. We all go, oh, I should be doing that. I should be doing that. But it's having that wisdom to know and to understand that our body knows what we need, and stop listening to the mind and listen to the body. And it's but it's very hard not to feel guilty, isn't it? Very hard. Oh, Caleb, licorice root tea. We were talking about licorice tea, and who was it that had luscious licorice? Can't remember who it was now. If I can go back that far. There we go, Chelsea. She had luscious licorice tea. Yes, Caleb, licorice tea is beautiful. I add licorice to a lot of my blends. My husband doesn't like licorice, but he doesn't know it's in there. And it's really good for you. Really is. Really good for you. All right, my beautiful souls. Here is a way you can support me, which is a beautiful way. It is not a necessary way. You can follow me. If you don't follow me, you can listen to my tracks and rate them 5 stars, or don't rate them at all. Rate them, enjoy them, and yeah, just support all the other teachers here too. They are beautiful. No, I can't do cilantro. I don't mind licorice though. I do quite like licorice. But no, there is a gene in your body that is why you don't like cilantro. And I bet it tastes like soap to you. Oh, bet it tastes like soap to you. Yeah. Yeah, you can get a bit too much of it, actually, a bit too much of it. But it's nice and tea. It's nice and tea. Yes, we do, CG, we do. And yes, really, it is a gene in your body that with the cilantro. And I can't remember which gene it is, but it's there. And I think it's a gene that is an extra one, if I remember rightly, but I will have to look it up again. But yeah, I came across that ages ago. And yes, it is not just you. There is a whole lot of us, and I'm pretty sure it's an extra gene that have that extra gene that we don't like, that we can't eat it. Yeah. Yes, yeah. So there you go. It's much more widely understood, actually. There's been quite a lot of studies on it. Yeah. Yes, we're very special, eh? We're very special. Wonderful. I recorded a track which I forgot to load here, and I recorded it yesterday, and it was loaded within about half an hour, approved in about half an hour. And what was it called? I can't remember. I know it's here somewhere. It is. I'll see if I can find the card for you. Oh, maybe that's it. No, that's not it. That's not it. It is. Oh, I know what it is. I know what it is. It is search. Because this goes with our tea in some ways. But no, it's not bringing it up. But yes, it's called Sowing in Tears, like sowing seeds. It is a free track. And then let's try it here. There we go. I found it. Technology, eh? I spent ages with AI and technology the other day, and then it started swearing. I didn't know AI could swear, and I've never sworn. Made me chuckle. So that is my latest track. So yeah. Licorice and candy corn during Halloween was not it. I bet. Oh, Sol, that's awesome. I'll have to tell my husband that. You have great hair genes. They all fall out though. Yes, yeah. I know. It was one I really liked, and I'm like, It's gone. But there it is. That is it. That is it. Yes, yeah, I do. I have a lot of tracks. Maybe that's annoying for people. I don't know. Caleb has that problem too, Sol. I like it. I like it. Yeah, in your picture, you wouldn't tell Caleb, but I like that, Sol. I like that. Oh, your picture is? It's pretty cool. I do like it. I do like it, Caleb. It's very cool. Yeah, damn that suit. Looking very dashing in that suit. Is very smart indeed. I love it. I love it. All right, I will next see you tomorrow. Let's go out of this so I can put that one's done. Too many cards. Tomorrow, no, we're not doing that one. That was ages ago. Let's go out of that totally and then go back. No, I don't want to saved. Let's go to saved. There we go. There we go. Ah, technology. Technology. That was a new one too. I just put that one up. I got asked to do meditations for the crystals, the main crystals I use in my course. So that is one of the one of them. I've done rose quartz, amethyst, and now moonstone. So yeah. Dashing Caleb. Absolutely, CG. Absolutely. Yes, yeah, exactly. It's amazing. We have learnt so much, and I think it is quite. We've had to the exponential curve. We were on the whereas it now it's just part of nature for the younger kids, isn't it? It really is. Oh, awesome, CG. Awesome. It has, hasn't it? Ah, absolutely unbelievable. Really, really has. It just blows me away. But hey, I had my birthday the other day. I'm 61 now, and I am blown away and very proud of myself at what I can do with technology. So, you know, embrace it. Embrace it. Yeah. Yes, yeah, amazing, eh? My daughter thinks it's weird talking to strangers online. Yes, yeah, yeah, exactly. And now, if you want to write a letter, I love writing letters, but they cost a fortune to post, and it's just not fair. Yeah. Angela's birthday is right around. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing, hey? It's amazing, amazing. Oh my goodness, really, Angela? Interesting. I know. And, we never locked our houses. The doors were always open. I'd come home from school and mum was nowhere to be seen. And we would never stay home. We had cousins close by and we'd all just go out. We lived close to beaches. So we'd all just go out to the beach and spend the day at the beach. And, and it's a different world now, eh? A very different world now. Yes, yeah, 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 and yes, definitely, blame the pandemic. My granddaughter was born during the pandemic, and so she had no socialization really. And then she had built up no immunity. So when she did start kindy, she was sick all the time, all the time. And it took ages for that immunity build up to break in. But she's definitely not, she is fabulous at socializing. So she's worked that out pretty well. But so many other kids haven't. They really haven't. Yeah. I like that, CG. I like that. Left the kitchen window unlocked. That's awesome. I know. I agree, Suleiman. Living in a world of cameras, living in the world of the pressures that internet has brought to our younger generations now too. It is just so scary, so scary. That's a challenge in itself too, isn't it? Homeschooling, but yeah, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I don't know why they call it social media because, you know, it's mind you, it's more because of my circumstances though. But you guys are my socialization. You are my family. You are my friends. I don't have many real friends, and especially none that yeah, real friends, I would say. I don't have many real friends. And but that's from circumstances more than anything. Yeah. That's brilliant. And that's brilliant that you do that and you recognize that. And yes, I agree with the homeschooling for him because the social challenges early on in his life, being autistic, would have been very hard for him to deal with. Yeah, they do. They do, absolutely. Hybrid learning with socialization, yeah. No, and there's not, is there? And they just slip through the gaps when they go there. Here in schools and here, the classroom sizes are huge, and one teacher for 40 odd kids. That's just wrong. It really is wrong, and it's it's very sad. And it's very sad because a lot of kids are getting looked over and missed. A lot of kids are leaving school without knowing how to read and write, and that is a big problem in society. A big problem. Yeah. Yeah. All right, my lovelies. I was getting you what we're doing tomorrow, if I can find it. That's what we're doing tomorrow. I did find it. Yeah, I was always brought up a Catholic, and I went to school with nuns, and I had three older brothers, so I had learnt how to be bolshy, and I wouldn't take any crap from the nuns either. So I'm amazed I didn't get into a lot more trouble as well. Oh dear. Love it. Yes, so I will see you tomorrow. This has been a wonderful conversation. I've loved this. Tomorrow we're looking at lapis lazuli and blue spruce. We've done black spruce. I think we've done black spruce, but we're going to do blue spruce to go with the lapis lazuli. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Suleiman. We've had a wonderful conversation after the leaves. We had a wonderful message from the leaves. Well, I thought it was a wonderful message from the leaves. And it has been lovely, so lovely spending this time with you. And thank you, soul. Thank you. I am blessed that you were here too. Absolutely. All right. Hopefully, I will see you tomorrow. But otherwise, today, anyway, enjoy the rest of your day or your night or your afternoon. And many, many, many blessings to you. And love and kisses. And I'll see you again soon. Bye.